Thank you, Chair. Just a couple of quick questions. Perhaps to Vice Admiral Griggs. Forgive me because I'm new to this committee. Does the Navy ever act to intercept illegal fishing activities or other illegal activities in Australian territorial waters?
We provide a number of vessels every day to the Border Protection Commander.
Okay.
And the Border Protection Commander runs his I think 8 lines of operation. One of those is illegal fishing, as is protection of offshore infrastructure, people smuggling, quarantine, all those sorts of issues.
Do you have any idea of where most of that illegal fishing activity occurs with those boats? Is it in presumably northern Australia?
Yes, Senator, most of it is in.
Does the Navy have any vessels with ice-breaking technology or ice-rated vessels that are capable of operating in the Southern Ocean?
The only vessel that is ice-rated is the Australian Defence Vessel Ocean Shield, which is a later version of Ocean Protector, but her primary use is for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief.
Okay, so it's not. It couldn't be deployed then to. Is it under contract or lease to?
Well, it is owned by the Commonwealth. It is operated by a civilian crew under a contract arrangement. It could be employed.
Okay.
But its primary use is humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, and of course, after the issues around that in 2011, Cyclone Yasi, that's why the vessel was purchased. To give us that redundancy and make sure that we don't have a problem again in that area. So we're a bit careful about what we want to use it for because of its primary use.
For its contingency.
Yep.
Have you been contacted by the Fisheries Department, like AFMA or the Environment Department, or even Customs about surveillance in the Southern Ocean? And the reason I ask is Interpol recently put out a purple notice for illegal fishing activity in our EEZ in the Southern Ocean. Has there been any contact between departments on upping our capability in that area?
Senator General Hurley, we were consulted, I think, late last year about what we might be able to contribute. We pointed out, as we just did, the assets that we have available. Surface in the naval fleet, there is only the Ocean Shield, and it is part of our standby during the cyclone season for HADR response. And then we looked at capacity of P3s, Orion, the surveillance aircraft, but again in terms of distance, endurance, you don't get a lot of capacity out of those. So we put that forward and saying that's what we had available.
I was going to actually ask about the P3, is it P3Cs?
Yes.
Under section 1.4, but if I could just, would they have better capacity than the current Airbus that's being used by Customs at the moment to monitor the Japanese whaling fleet, the illegal whaling activity in the Southern Ocean?
I'll get someone who knows more about planes than I do to address that, Senator.
Senator Air Marshal Jeff Brown. If you're looking at the whaling fleet specifically as the surveillance task, one of the problems is they're very far south, right off the coast of Antarctica, and a P3 can't get there. The A319 is not suitable for that task. It's used for the Antarctic Division to supply into Antarctica. The recent announcement of the P8 will certainly give us capability to get down there because it's actually got it's air-to-air refuelable, which the P3 isn't.
Okay. So they haven't been purchased yet, or?
No, they were just announced last Friday.
Okay. Look, the reason I asked about the Airbus is it has been used this whaling season for surveillance of the Japanese fleet, but I understand there's only been one flyover at fairly significant cost to the taxpayer. So I was just wondering whether you'd been consulted on the use of other aircraft, and clearly you have.
Yeah, we have. We've had a look at C-17s and all our fleet at the moment as to whether they're suitable.
Okay.
The word surveillance can mean many things. Surveillance out of a passenger aeroplane is a pretty limited operation.
I can imagine. Thank you very much.